Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy Veterans Day. It's Veterans Day. Say thank you to all the men and women that serve this country. Prayers for all. Thank you, guys. I'm going to put up a little post and a little quote later. See who's in here. Lisa. Oh, crap. Trying to scroll my phone. Misty, good morning. Southern Mom. Verbal. Crap. Scroll. Nurse Teacher. Sapphire. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Oh, I want to tell y'all, we got a lot of views on yesterday's video over that stupid Chris Watts, his boxers and petroleum jelly and other items, was found in another inmate's cell. We got a lot of views on that. I just shared it because I thought it was just funny how they made a big deal out of it, That's a pretty normal thing that goes on in jail and prisons. They share commissary. What's really crazy about it is those two idiots are going to write a prayer book together. Chris Watts and that Dylan Tallman. Totally ridiculous. Who wants to read that crap? Chris Watts murdered his entire family. Like, nobody wants to read his stupid prayer book. Come on now. Yeah, live chat reminder. Just blows my mind. But some of the comments in the comment section was just so funny. Usually if you talk about Chris Watts, you get some mean people in the comment section. But no, everybody was commenting, just funny things. Anyways, we got a lot to talk about. There's some craziness going on in the world. How you doing, Red Rum? If y'all not subscribed to Red Rum, check her out. First off this morning, I don't have this in my title. I saw just a little tiny update about the two babies that were thrown from a building in the Bronx yesterday. There's a few more little details come out about that. I'm going to read it to you guys. Who in the world? When I was looking, to see if there was any more information, any other articles, I noticed there was another story from 2015 when someone threw a baby out of a building. The crap's wrong with people? They got those safe haven laws. Some states, you can take them and drop them off at a safe location, police station, fire station, wherever, up to 2 months old. They can be up to 2 months old. I don't understand people like this. I know it's scary being pregnant and all, but this crap's ridiculous. People that do this crap have no heart. Okay. It says new details emerged Tuesday after a building superintendent found two deceased babies on a patio in the Bronx. The infants appeared to be newborns, according to law enforcement sources. Both were found behind a building on College Avenue at around 2:40 p.m. Police said near Claremont. Now, yesterday they said the babies were up to a month old, but no, that was wrong. They're newborns. According to NBC New York, both babies were boys. No arrests have been made. The New York Post reports that the superintendent of the building, Johnny, said that he saw one of the babies earlier on the morning in question around 8:45 a.m., but thought it may have been a toy. I didn't pay it any mind because I thought it was a toy doll. Later in the day, he spotted the baby again and realized that someone had left a human infant on the patio. The baby was partially wrapped from the waist up in blue plastic. The kind you keep in the house for animals. The blue thing, he was meaning an animal training pad, was wet. I turned it a little. There was a little blood, but it did not soak through. Investigators believe that someone threw the twin babies from a window in a building close to East 171st Street. They initially thought one of the babies had been stabbed, but they now believe the injury may have been a puncture wound during birth. The other baby had a head injury and a blue string, possibly the umbilical cord, wrapped around his neck. These boys never had a chance, a law enforcement source said. A resident of the building, I can't pronounce this guy's name, Osvaldo Volquez, told the Post that he called 911 after spotting one of the infants curled up in the fetal position. Oh my gosh. I could see its little hands and feet, he said. I don't know who would do such a thing. NYPD Deputy Chief Timothy McCormack said that the responsible party could face charges of disposing of human remains as well as additional charges pending an official cause of death. They need to be facing some murder charges. I knew yesterday when I read this, I was like, it's probably the mother that did this. Yes, it's what it's looking like to me. It says, we're asking the public for help. If you can, if you know something, can you please call? It would really help the investigation, McCormack said. Anyone with information is urged to call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-577-TIPS. 8477. You can also submit a tip online at www.nypdcrimestoppers.com. This is freaking ridiculous. How many times have we heard about babies being thrown out of buildings this year? I know there's been at least a couple. What happened to my freaking chat? Oh man, I hate when it does that. Hold on a minute. YouTube has changed, and when you freaking try to turn your phone to the side so you can see the chat, it messes up. Yeah, it's sickening, guys. It's very sick. Well, I'll keep you guys updated. It won't be long before they figure out who gave birth to these babies and who threw them out the window. It's looking like probably the birth mom to me. I like to be putting around with people that does this stuff. Now, I know it can be scary if you're, single and get pregnant and young and stuff. But there's places out there that will help you. You don't got to do it alone, and if you don't want your baby, you need to reach out and tell someone that. There's plenty of people in this world that would love to adopt a newborn baby. People that can't have kids, that's maybe tried for years and can't have kids, There's no excuse for this. No excuse whatsoever. Do y'all remember the story in Georgia? I've actually got a video of the body cam footage where this family found a newborn baby in a plastic bag tied up. They had just got home from vacation. The daughter kept hearing something. Dad's like, it's probably a cat. And the daughter's like, no, I hear something. So the dad went outside and found that little baby. Her name's India. Thank God she was alive. But I have the video up of the body cam footage when the sheriff's officer opens up that bag. Oh, it's so heartbreaking. She's got to get home now. Hey, AP, good morning. Could you really use some prayers as I'm back on to the hospital for the third time 6 weeks? Oh, hun, prayers. Yes, y'all pray for AP. Sorry to hear that, hun. Seems like it's just one thing after another, huh? Telling you what, 2020 has been awful. Hey, Blue West. Good morning. I got off work at 5:30 a.m., 11-hour shifts. Got to go back at 6 p.m. Glad I found your live. Oh, hun, prayers. Seems like you're working hard. So many people's got it rough right now, guys. Here, I get to feeling sorry for myself because I've had so much go on lately. And there's so many people that's got it much worse than me, like AP. They've been really sick. Different people. Lisa, she's lost 2 sisters. Will's lost several people close to him. It's just... Oh, we love you, AP. That's what we're here for. I like to get on here and share the true crime news because I'm a wannabe true crime reporter, just not good at it. But I'm also here for you guys, too. Sometimes I feel like I just get on here and ramble on about true crime and don't really talk to y'all much. I'm sorry. I was just watching a channel this morning when I couldn't sleep that a girl had a baby, I guess, in the house and threw it out the window. Umbilical cord was still on the baby. Baby's still alive. Oh, my gosh. Verbal, it's a harsh reality. So say, I know. Hey, Mark. Good morning. How are you? Listen to this other story. I'm getting ready to do our topics here. This is going to blow y'all's mind what this woman did. She killed her boyfriend, then used his phone. He laid there dying on the floor. She used his phone to video chat his side chick. I want to say side chick, his other girlfriend. His other girlfriend could see him laying there on the floor dying. I think she called 911. I'm going to read this to y'all. Here's the thing. This woman had children. Yeah, she called someone to come pick up her children because she said, I'm going to prison for the rest of my life. Shows how much she cared about her kids to do something like this. You know what? She should have just told him to kick rocks if he had a side chick. You talk about a woman scorned. She's another freaking Betty Broderick. Mom of 5 shoots boyfriend, then video chats his other girlfriends he lay dying behind her. It's happened in Illinois. Happened on Friday. He died a few days later. Rosa Legrone, 34, will face upgraded charges following the completion of Darnell Mann's autopsy. Rosa reportedly shot her boyfriend during an argument about him dating another woman. After the shooting, prosecutors said Rosa video chatted the other woman Mans was dating. Mans could be seen in the background lying on the floor in what appeared to be his own blood. Prosecutors said Rosa Legrone used Mann's Facebook account to contact the woman. They alleged that during the video chat, someone off camera, presumably Rosa, is seen kicking Mans. She not only shot him, she's kicking him too. And we talk about, what does that say? Hell have no fury like a woman scorned. Yeah, that quote's relating to her right now. I'm glad you're doing okay, Mark. Is Sunny Side Up in here? Hey, Sunny Side Up. There's teachers sending positive vibes to everyone. Thanks, hon. Okay, so Rosa Legrone reportedly learned of Mann's alleged infidelity on October 30th. The pair argued Friday as Mann's attempted to move out of their townhome. During the argument, Rosa allegedly shot Mann's once. The bullet traveled through his arm and lodged in his spine. Before the shooting, Rosa called a relative, told them to pick up her 4 children, ages 6, 10, 13, and 14. Reports indicated that she also has an 18-year-old child. You have to come get the kids right now. I'm going to jail for the rest of my life, prosecutors claim, Rosa told the relative. Police ultimately recovered the weapon in addition to 1 spent round and 1 unspent round. Rosa Legrone is charged with attempted murder, aggravated battery involving a firearm, and aggravated domestic battery. Her bond has been set at $1.5 million. Now, usually you hear about men doing this, jealous men. There's jealous women in the world too. Hey, some people will kill your ass over messing with their man or woman. Facts. Hey, Barry Mary. I don't know if I said hi to you. Hey, Shine On. How are you doing? This man lost his life over her jealousy. Like, this was premeditated. This is premeditated. She called her relatives, like, come pick up my kids. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to prison. So it's premeditated. Now, all these kids are not going to have a mom. Their mom's going to be in prison for the rest of her life. Those poor children. She must have thought more. I don't know. She must not thought much about her kids, my opinion, to do something like that. People just blow my mind. I always think about my son, How will something affect him? I don't know. You're just supposed to put your kids first. Yeah, crazy. She's like freaking psycho. What's that movie called? Where that woman boils that rabbit. She's stalking that man. Gosh, what is that called? Doesn't it have like Michael Douglas in it? He sleeps with this woman one night, and then he's married. He don't want nothing else to do with her, and she starts stalking him. And like his little daughter had a pet bunny, and one day they come home and there's like a pot boiling on the stove, and that damn rabbit's in it. No, it's not Misery. I love that movie though. It's oh my gosh. It's got Michael Douglas. Fatal Attraction. Thank you, Sapphire. Thank you. My mind goes blank. Hey, Sonia. Fatal Attraction. I'm telling you, don't mess around. Somebody's man or woman, they'll kill you. People are nuts. Hey, if someone cheats on me, they can kick rocks. I ain't going to prison for nobody. Not going away from my kid, Okay, let's see. What am I trying to do here? I just start pushing buttons and I have no idea why. Okay, so we have another story. Yesterday we had a story about a man who stabbed his wife together in front of their, 11, 12-year-old child. She tried to stop him. Well, we have another case. This happened out of Utah. A dad stabs his wife to death as their two young children try to stop him. And the children are ages 11-year-old son, 7-year-old daughter. He says he just snapped. So he was charged Monday with stabbing his wife to death. So it happened 2 weeks ago. John Erickson, 41, has been charged with murdering Yatana, I think it's how you say it, Yatana Erickson, 41, at their Salt Lake County home on October 28th. Responding officers observed blood all over the home and discovered Yatana, I think it's how you say it, Yatana Erickson's body in a master bedroom. John was also found in the bedroom with severe lacerations to his arms and neck. He admitted trying to take his own life. The couple's 11-year-old son and 7-year-old daughter were at the home at the time of the incident and reportedly tried to intervene. Bless their little hearts. Now they're going to be traumatized forever, probably have PTSD. The girl told police she heard her mother scream before witnessing her father stabbing her mother. She tried to stop her father, but was cut with the knife, causing an extensive injury to her fingers, which required surgery. According to People magazine, the complaint stated that the 7-year-old had blood on her face, clothes, and severe cuts on her hand. The 11-year-old reportedly also tried to stop the attack by punching and kicking his father. He eventually ran to a neighbor's home to get help. It was my dad that made it happen, the boy reportedly told officers. John Erickson claimed he just effing snapped. He took out his rage on one of the sweetest people around, the complaint alleged, according to People. John Erickson admitted that he cut his wife's throat and knew she was dying. He's also been charged with child abuse and domestic violence in the presence of a child. His preliminary hearing is scheduled for November 12th. Bless those children's hearts. That 7-year-old, she tried to stop him from murdering her mom. So did the 11-year-old. He was smart enough to get the hell out of there and go call 911. You know what? People like this, verbal your comment, shark scum. Yeah, go put some friggin' fish guts on them or something and throw them in shark-infested waters. Think what he has done. Not only has he took his beautiful wife's life, but he's ruined his 2 kids' life. He's took their mom. I'm not going to say ruin because, they can go to counseling and stuff, but this is always going to stick with them. And it'll always be in their mind. Their mom's not going to get to see them grow up, go to school, graduate, get married, have babies. None of that. Because he snapped because he was angry. What a coward. What a wuss. Okay, I was just looking at the chat for a second. What else are we going to talk about this morning? Oh, Lord, children should be protected from this. Yeah, I'm just wondering if he had a history of abusing his wife. The guy yesterday we talked about, he had told his daughter, his young daughter, if his wife insulted him one more time, that he was going to kill her. And that's what he did. Lisa Irwin, put him in a volcano. That's a great idea. Shine on. Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with these people? I don't know. It seems like there's just more and more of this happening. Now, a lot of people say, oh, it's because we got the internet and we hear about it more. I just see more of it happening, especially child abuse. It's on the rise. During the pandemic, I looked it up, the statistics, and it said that child abuse had rose like 50% during the pandemic. Sonia, I can never get anyone to come up here unless I'm doing freaking game night. You're more than welcome to come up anytime you want. I hate doing it by myself. It's just better if you have somebody up here to talk about it with. I hope those kids have good grandparents or family to protect them through this. Yes. The cases you cover, I'm always interested in. The amount of kids killed astounds me. I never know if it wasn't for you. I can't believe how many. I know it. That's why I try to talk about them on here, bring awareness to it. They need to change some laws. You wouldn't believe, Sonia, how many cases we talk about where kids have been beat on and eventually murdered, starved, whatever. And you wouldn't believe it, but CPS has been called in these cases, and CPS failed, didn't do anything. Wouldn't believe how many cases that happens in. Cheryl, she works with preschoolers. Yeah, I need to have a day like Friday would be. Oh crap, man! I got out of my chat. Friday would be a good day to like have people come up if I could get anybody to do it. Yes, during the pandemic, I've not looked it up in a while, but during the pandemic, right in the middle of it, child abuse had went up 50%. Yeah, what is going on? I'm not good at explaining stuff, so it'd be great if I could get people to come up here and talk. Sometimes Red Rum will come up. She's got time. I wish I could do some night streams like I used to. I'm just usually so worn out at night. The system fails so many. Yeah, look what happened to AJ Friend. They was reported I don't know how many times. Those kids, AJ and his brother, should have been took the first time. CPS was, well, they were, AJ was took because he was born with drugs in his system. He was took for 2 years. They gave him back to Joanne Cunningham, his so-called mother. Anyways, she abused him. CPS was called. They did nothing. Those workers are in trouble. They got fired and they're in trouble. Red Rum, I'll come up sometime soon if you want, CC. We'd just be in a mess over here. Yeah, you need to. You need to come up. What can we talk about? I need to be getting to reading these Chris Watts books. It's just hard for me. We just know everything, but I'm going to read it anyways. Maybe we can have a book club meeting about it. Some people, I was going to do it for the channel members. Some people can't afford to join the channel membership right now. So if we do a book club meeting, we'll do it for everybody. Our area is getting back into lockdown. I think one reason child abuse went up so high during the pandemic, like went up 50%, is because kids were not in school. And, teachers notice stuff. They do a lot of the reporting on child abuse. Teachers know when kids are being abused or not. But, all these kids are home, so I don't know. I can't explain it, but it just went up. Okay, what else are we going to talk about? Oh, Red Rum. We could talk about why. Hold on, let me get out of this. Why everybody's into this Chris Watts case again. I see video after video going up on Plunder. What's going on with that? I know we talked about him yesterday. That's just because, the headline of that article was just so funny. They were just making such a big deal out of something that's, really not a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, everybody said Chris Watts was like, I don't know, a nice kind of person. That's what they say. So maybe he was feeling, generous and loaned him some stuff because he didn't have any money to buy anything from the canteen. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think he's a nice person. I think he's a freaking monster. I can't stand that son of a bitch. But I do think they made a big deal out of the Vaseline and stuff. He just didn't give him underwear and petroleum gel. He gave him coffee, some hygiene products. So that tells me this guy didn't have any money, didn't have any commissary. He was helping him out. They must be friends. But that is against the prison rules there at Dodge. You can't do that. You can't give someone else your commissary. Am I the only one who gave more? No, there was people. I think there was someone in the comment section saying something like, "Well, maybe Trent Bolt wasn't lying. He's a prick." Yeah. Never Lose Hope told me she was listening to some kind of phone recording between Cindy Watts and Chris. I guess a jail visit, prison visit, whatever. And it just made her sick. The way Cindy was acting. She's saying stuff about Shanann, and Chris is like, no, she was a good woman. And what else did Never Lose Hope tell me? Oh, Cindy was like, I don't care who's listening. We know you don't care, lady. We know you're like a freaking mother-in-law from hell. No freaking victim. Then you got that channel, Miss Mensa. It's called something else. Miss Liberty something. I don't know what. She's got a new channel. All she does is freaking take up for Chris Watts and Cindy Watts. It's freaking ridiculous. Hey, Sonia, welcome to Southern Royalty. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone that has joined the membership. Guys, that helps me out so much, and I appreciate it so much because I've had a lot of unexpected things come up lately, and this just helps me. So thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And we're having a Google Meet tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Y'all try to make it. If I can get out and get some Christmas balls to decorate, I will. If not, we will plan to do that next week. I can't stay up late tonight, guys, because I got to get up early and go to the dentist tomorrow. It's like an hour and a half away. I got to get these damn stitches out. Sutures, whatever the hell they're called. Okay. So this next story is freaking crazy. I think this woman's had a mental break. Look at her. She's a fifth grade teacher from Texas. She was driving her teenage son to school, and she freaking murdered him. She shot him. Then she was found wandering the road. And let's go back a minute. She looks like something has happened. She's either on something or she's had some kind of psychiatric, what do you call it? Breakdown. Y'all know what I mean. She's had a damn mental breakdown. Hey, lady. Okay. It says a pedestrian saw the boy's body in a parked car near a fairground. A Texas teacher is in custody on suspicion of murder after her 17-year-old son was found shot to death. Her son's name is Garrett Hunt, was found fatally shot in a vehicle in Ricel, which was parked next to the Lions Club facility, the site of the town's annual fair. A witness saw the teen and called police around 8 a.m. Monday morning. A subsequent investigation concluded preliminary that the boy was shot as he was riding to school. His mother, 39-year-old Sarah Hunt, was found walking into Ricel and subsequently arrested. The specific circumstances of her apprehension are not yet known, but she remains in custody on murder charges. The suspect is reportedly a fifth grade teacher at Lake Air Montessori something or other magnet school. Hunt and her family recently moved to the Waco area. She has no previous criminal record. It says at this point, we don't have a motive. We don't know what happened. We don't know what led up to this. It's a big mystery, and that's what we're trying to determine. What caused this? Was it McLennan County Sheriff? Oh my gosh, McNamara told the news station. Jesus, I can't pronounce nothing. We just don't know at this point. Well, I think she's had some kind of mental breakdown, some kind of psychotic, I don't know, episode going on. Just snapped. Maybe she is got some kind of mental illness that's not, she's not been treated for schizophrenia or anything. A lot of women get schizophrenia. More women get schizophrenia than men. I just know a little bit about schizophrenia because my grandfather had it, and it is hereditary. This would be a good one. Yeah. Well, we can plan a day. We can plan a day. You can come up. Well, pick one that, that I know about, Sonia, that's going on right now or has gone on. You know what I like to do? I like to do like the older crimes. Eileen Warnos, I know a lot about her. I have researched a lot about her. I got sympathy for her, even though I know she killed like 6 or 7 men. I know. But I don't think she should have been executed because she wasn't, there's something going on with her. She was hallucinating. I believe she had schizophrenia. Could be bipolar. Yeah, she could be. A lot of people. I have manic depression. And, but you know what? I've had some mental breakdowns before, but I mean, I've never ever thought about anything violent towards anyone else, when I was having a breakdown. Now, have I thought about stuff doing to myself when I was like that? Yes. Yes, a lot. Oh, I do pretty good now. My PTSD was bothering me yesterday when I was walking home. I started having flashbacks. I was walking up my trail from Annabelle's, and I don't know why, because I wasn't thinking about nothing. It just happened. So weird. Anyways, we're going to follow this and see what happens with it. See what they say about her. I think she's had some kind of mental breakdown. I really do. She could be on drugs. Who knows? It's so sad. I wonder if she had been acting strange. We got to follow this. I'm going to show y'all something else that's going to gross y'all out. Hold on. Let's get the freaking ads off here. Jesus, Nancy Grace. Lord. She wants to make sure she gets paid, honey. All these ads. Look at this freaking house. Look at that crap. There was a woman that actually had a baby, gave birth to a baby inside of that pigsty. Filth. How do people live like this? Thank God they took the baby. The baby is alive. It says pair charged after baby is born in deplorable conditions. Deplorable. I don't know a word for this right here. How could you even freaking walk through a house like that? This reminds me of, this is actually worse than Joanne Cunningham's house in the AJ Friend case. Actually, this reminds me of like a story on the Hoarders show. My son loves to watch the Hoarders episodes shine on. He loves it. Me and him watch them all together, and we're just like, how does anyone live like this? Let's go down and look at their pictures. Okay, so there's the guy. Sweatshirt filthy. Hair not brushed. Dirty. Let's go down. Look, she's filthy too. Her hair's filthy, but yet she's put her on some eyebrows and some eyeliner. Pieces of crap. Pure white trash right there. Pure white trash. Police in Mississippi arrested 2 people last week after a baby was reportedly born in deplorable conditions. The Lee County Sheriff's Department said deputies were dispatched to a mobile home in Gunstown several times since November 3rd, amid reports of a possible newborn requiring medical attention. Residents David Fisher Jr. and Nina Gebhardt repeatedly told deputies that Nina Gebhardt was still pregnant and denied that a baby had been born. Police said they returned to the residence on the evening of November 4th and discovered a baby requiring immediate medical attention. They ultimately learned the baby was born at the residence 2 days earlier. Too sorry, take it to the hospital. You know why they didn't want them to know that a baby was born there, don't you? Because how that house looks. That is not even a freaking house. Pigs live cleaner than that right there. Hogs do. Look at this two. Oh my goodness. I wish we could is that a trailer that's falling down? That's like a camper or something. Oh, I wish I could see that bigger. Let's see if I can. No, it won't let me open it. I was going to try to see if I could open that picture up bigger. The newborn was rushed to the hospital and is receiving medical care. Police allege the baby received no medical care prior to birth. Fisher and Gebhardt were charged with child abuse and deprivation of necessities with harm. Their bonds were set at $1 million each. $1 million. There's no chance in hell these two idiots is getting out. Pure scum. This is what you call pure white trash right here. Because look, that's what they're living in. Filth. Filth. They must have been raised like that or something. You know, we wasn't rich growing up. But we didn't have a big fancy house to live in. But it was clean. We was taught to be clean. You know. I just don't know how people could live like that. Where in the hell did she give birth to that baby at? Laying there in the freaking trash? Oh my God. You know what they would do? They would lock them in there. Just lock them in that trash and let them live, not let them out. You all got attics and basements, which aren't common here. More room to keep treasure. Yeah. Hey, Tremaine. Hey, Mandy. Mandy's late. Let me see if I can get a late slip here. I like those late slips. We need to, Very Mary, I started to say, I need to get some more new emojis. Very Mary's working on that. Jen's got the cutest channel member emojis. She got one of those little bitty campers, little hippie campers and stuff. It's so freaking cute. Anyways, these 2 pieces of trash. This is what they do. Yeah, 2 pieces of trash. That's good names for them because they live in trash. Look at that crap. How could you give birth in that? Now, you can do better than that now. Come on. It's freaking disgusting. I hear my rooster revert going crazy, y'all. What else was I going to tell y'all about? Oh, see something? 78-year-old killer takes his own life. I think this is in Washington State. Hold on just a minute. I see something else that interested me more. Today, November 11th. Alleged serial baby killer nurse arrested a 3rd time for the murders of 8 additional infants. What the crap? I got to share this with y'all. We'll look at that 78-year-old killer in a minute. This right here caught my eye. What the crap? I don't know what Sonny's over there going on about. He's loud as hell. Hens must have laid an egg or something. Okay, let's go down. A nurse who previously posted bail for the murders and attempted murders of 17 babies has been rearrested for the deaths of 8 additional infants. Oh my gosh. Oh, this happened in England. Lucy Letby was initially arrested in 2018 for the deaths of numerous infants out at Countess of Chester Hospital, Chester, England. Letby was accused of killing 8 babies and attempting to kill 6 more infants while working at the hospital. What a freaking psycho, evil monster. Who could kill a little innocent baby? Any child. Cece, how do you find these? It just popped up when I was going to read about that 78-year-old killer. I just couldn't resist. It's the way I do in the mornings too, guys. I get in here looking at true crime and I'll see another one pop up and I'll go to it. And I spend about 3 hours every morning reading true crime. Plus the time I spend with y'all. Okay, let's finish reading it. Yeah, they gave her bail. Is anyone from England in here? Do you know about this? Okay. According to the Detective Chief Inspector Paul Hughes, the latest arrest happened after a dedicated team of detectives worked extensively on the death investigations of more babies, The Guardian reports. As part of our ongoing inquiries, the healthcare professional has been rearrested on suspicion of murder in relation to the deaths of 8 babies and the attempted murder of 9 babies, Hughes said. Friends previously said that they were shocked at the allegations and considered Letby to be a dedicated and compassionate nurse. Kira, you still in here? Nurse teacher, are you hearing this crap? She's a nurse. Lucy was doing the job she dreamed of doing and appeared nothing but dedicated and professional. You can't imagine her hurting a fly, let alone defenseless babies. Well, that's the way those psychos are. Look at Ted Bundy. Everybody just thought, oh, he was so nice and charming, all his friends and stuff. Do you really ever know someone? No. The majority of infants who died while under Letby's care were premature. The unusually high amount of deaths prompted the hospital to close its neonatal units and stop caring for babies born before 32 weeks. At the time, the Royal College of, I think it's Pediatrics and Child Health, slammed the hospital and its supposed unsafe conditions for the babies. They should have cameras. You need to listen to this. They should have cameras in there. I think should have cameras, then they can see who's doing what. Although inspectors couldn't initially find a reason why the babies were dying, there were numerous concerns, including gaps in medical rotations, insufficient coverage by senior doctors, poor decisions making skills among healthcare staff. This is sick. She has Munchausen. Would it be called Okay, would it be Munchausen by proxy or Munchausen? Because there's like a difference. Maybe we need to look that up. Okay. Let's see what else it says. After Letby's first arrest in 2018, the parents of a now 6-year-old girl pushed for additional investigations after their daughter almost died as a newborn while in the former nurse's care. Oh my gosh, thank God she didn't die. We feel the police should widen their investigation to take in deaths and non-fatal collapses that happened earlier in Miss Letby's time there, the father of the child, Mike Whitfield, said. Says, we want answers for ourselves. We want answers for those poor parents whose babies actually died. These parents need answers, and our hearts go out to them. Losing a baby is something you're never going to get over. But then to find out perhaps that your baby didn't need to die for whatever reason is unimaginable. Detective Hughes said this week that the parents of all the babies who fell ill or passed away are being fully updated on the latest developments, and they are continuing to be supported throughout the process by specifically trained officers. Letby remains in custody as the investigation continues. Let me pull my mic out. It's going to mute me for a second. We're going to listen to this video.
It was in June 2015 that senior doctors in charge of the neonatal unit here first raised concerns about the high number of babies dying. By June 2016, the hospital management was so concerned it commissioned an external review. Those experts were mainly critical of understaffing, but their report into the deaths did note that several of the infants had collapsed unexpectedly and had been surprisingly unresponsive to resuscitation. In May last year, the hospital decided to call in the police. After a 13-month inquiry, today detectives took a female healthcare worker into custody on suspicion of murder and later began searching this property in Chester in connection with their investigation. Cheshire police say that the inquiry so far has been highly complex and very sensitive. And whilst today's developments are a significant step forward, the investigation is still very much active and ongoing. Lines of inquiry now include the examination of 17 deaths and 15.
I had to get back and unmute myself. Yeah, it was just saying what we were reading. That is crazy. She deserves the death penalty. Did they have the death penalty there? Oh, I'm trying to get my mic pulled back in. Okay. I just wanted to listen to a little bit of it. It was trying to buffer and stuff, so I stopped playing it. Yes, God bless those babies. Think about how many babies that is. 17, what did they say? 17 babies that would have made it survived. But no, you got nurse death taking their life. That's what she needs to be called, nurse death. Hey, Yvonne, if I remember rightly, she was endearing herself to the parents as if she was great. Yeah, I've watched a series about, nurses and doctors who, would kill their patients. They was these two nurses that started having a romantic relationship, and they were killing the patients together at the nursing home they worked at. Yeah. One of them got on top of this old man, elderly man. I shouldn't say old, elderly man, veteran. She got on top of him, was trying to act all sexual and stuff before she suffocated him. Crazy. There's no death penalty there. So what happens? Do they just get life in prison? Of course. This is crazy. I hadn't heard about this story. Let me go back up here. We'll go back up and we'll share our picture again. Crap. I'm always pushing stuff I shouldn't. I need to get a mouse. I keep saying that. I had one of those wireless mouses somewhere for Mark's old laptop, and I cannot find it. I need to just buy one. They're not that expensive. Okay, so here she is. There's something on my laptop. There she is. Can you believe? Well, looking at her, you wouldn't think, that she would do something like that. Sick. She's psycho. Freaking psycho. Why waste time and money on these pieces of crap? But I wonder why we don't have money for our kids. Yeah. Yeah, so, hey, drama. Everybody over there is just working to keep this piece of crap alive. Same here when they get life in prison. Everybody that works and pay taxes is keeping them up, keeping them alive in prison. Anyone that harms a child should get the death penalty. Oh, if she was in the United States, more than likely she would get the death penalty, just according to what state she was in. Should be stiffer penalties for people who work in the medical profession that do this. Because they're in a position of working with vulnerable individuals. They're in a position of authority and stuff. Jermaine, I heard about this case. They nicknamed one of the nurses Dr. Sleep. Yeah. Very rare. They get life in prison. Depends on the crime. Our sentences suck. Yeah, they need to change those, Mandy, because she deserves the death penalty. Look what she has done. Look how many babies she's murdered. Premature babies. You know, a lot of preemie babies, they make it. My nephew weighed 2 pounds, like 2 pounds, so many ounces, I can't remember when he was born, but he made it, and he's a big old boy now. She will get jail here, but jails are good. More rights than the victims. Yeah, that's what they should do to them, Sonia. Have a hanging. Hey, over in Singapore, if you do stuff like this, they will take you out in the middle of the street and they will whip you with the cane pole. They did that to a man, him and his wife, who was abusing their kid, keeping it in a dog cage. And that's what they did to the man. Took him out in the street and whipped him with the cane pole. Y'all know what a cane pole is, right? They need to bring back public hangings for people that harm children. That's my opinion. Angel of Death, that's what they call them. Yes, Angel of Death. Hey, the ID channel, if you've got on demand and stuff and can go back and watch, you know, their different series and episodes. You can find episodes about the nurse killers and the doctors that are killers. Okay. I was going to look at this case before I got off here. I want to talk to y'all a minute. 78-year-old killer takes his own life hours before jury convicts him of murdering young equestrian. What the hell is an equestrian, y'all? I'm not even saying it right, probably. Does anybody know what equestrian means real quick? Because I don't know. I'd have to look it up. Washington man facing a murder conviction took his own life Monday. 78-year-old Terrence Miller was arrested in April 2019 for the 1972 death of Jodie Loomis, age 20. Loomis was on her way to visit her horse at a stable in I can't say it, Sonamish or something county when she was attacked, raped, and shot with a .22 caliber gun. The DNA sample from semen found on Loomis' boot was obtained in 2008, followed by a genetic forensic profile created in 2018 with the help of Parabon Nanolabs. Authorities found Miller to be a match. Miller was subsequently arrested for the murder, but posted a $1 million bond and was placed on house arrest while awaiting trial. It's the easy way out, like Photostulos. Miller told his wife and a friend that he thought the DNA evidence against him was strong enough to lead to a conviction. On Monday, a jury found Miller guilty of murder, but hours later he took his own life inside a residence off of 159 something other block, 52nd Place West in Sonamish something other county. I can't pronounce that. I'd have to look it up. An official cause of death has not been released. When I say I've had, eyewitness to suicide. My boyfriend took his own life in front of me. And when I was younger, teenager, my grandfather did. And when I say that these murderers took the easy way out, I'm not saying that about normal people that, take their own life. I'm just talking about these cowards. These cowards. They take their own life because they're going to freaking prison, not because they got any kind of mental illness or any, you know what I mean? So please don't get offended when I say that. Well, see, this happened in 1972, Sonia. Verbal says, okay, so equestrian means a horse rider through the obstacle course jump. Okay, gotcha. No, this happened in 1972, and they did a DNA match finally in 2018, I believe. Yeah. So he did it like years ago in 72. Okay, so let's read about the murder of Jodie Loomis. You know what her name reminds me of? The Halloween movie. Dr. Loomis in it. On the day of Loomis's murder, a young girl working at a fruit stand saw Loomis wearing waffle stomper boots, a crop top, and jeans. The girl saw Loomis at the Bothell Everett Highway in Penny Creek Road on a white 10-speed bicycle. Loomis then disappeared after pedaling around a corner. At 5:30 p.m. that evening, a couple who drove their car up a dirt track off of Penny Creek Road spotted Loomis lying on the ground, bleeding from a gunshot wound. She had nothing on but socks and her boots. She clutched a bra, but was unable to speak. She was pronounced dead upon arrival at the Swedish Edmonds Hospital. Hold on. Investigators said Loomis, who stood under 5 feet tall, was sexually assaulted, then shot above her right ear by Miller, who stood behind her and pointed at the gun downward. Prosecutors said it was the first time Loomis had ridden a bike to the stable alone. Other times, family members usually drove her. Oh my goodness. After authorities zeroed in on Miller in 2018, they collected a coffee cup he discarded at a casino and obtained a DNA match to see if the semen found on Loomis's boot, to match the semen found on Loomis's boot. He did not know Jodie Loomis, the prosecutor said during Miller's trial. He did not date her. This sperm should not have been on her boot. Miller, who would have been 30 years old at the time of the murder, lived around 5 miles from the crime scene. Authorities said he had a sex offense history prior to Loomis's rape and murder. And I'm going to say this again, I always say it, there is no rehabilitation for these sex predators. You know, they're going to do it again. Pisses me off. They put them in prison a little bit, make them go to some freaking classes, make them register. Like they're not going to go out and do it again. It's just it's just wired into them to be like that. Just like they can't control it. They're like a serial killer. But they're, sex predators. Y'all know what I mean. I get so mad over this, I can't see straight. Because they should be locked away from the rest of us. This girl usually had someone take her to the horse stable, accompanying her, And the one time she didn't, this son of a bitch comes by. This was a crime of opportunity. Yes, they are freaks, freaking weirdos. You just think they live among us. Is that right that they live among us and our children, these sex predators? Hell no, it's not right. They should take them off to live somewhere else. Not around us. I think they should be in prison. How many times do we read about these sex predators getting out of prison and reoffending? All the time, on a daily basis. Hey Natalie, gets me pissed off. Okay. So he was 30 years old. This happened. In a lot of these cases, I guess that's him. The family's devastated. They wanted him to pay. Wanted him to go to prison. Nope. He took the easy way out. So there she is with her horse. It's a pretty horse, pretty young girl. So sad. Family was going to finally get justice so they could, finally try to get some closure. And he takes the coward's way out. Put them on an island together, Lisa Irwin, where there's no fresh water and food, and just let them fight it out. That's what I'm going to say. Man, there are so many sick weirdos in the world, perverted monsters in the world. And you can't trust anyone. This guy had probably seen her and her family, who, walked her to the horse stable before. He only lived 5 miles away. He probably just so happened to be driving by that day, saw her, took the opportunity. Sick bastard. Sick son of a bitch. When I read about these cases, I know what it's like to be young kid and be violated, molested, raped, whatever you want to call it, by an adult. It's a terrible feeling. It's the scariest thing. It seems like it's never going to end. Oh gosh, I forgot about that, Natalie. Crystal Rogers. Anything going on about that? I remember they found that body. I follow cases and then I get distracted on other ones. I bet any money he abused within his family, someone knew. Yeah, this probably wasn't the first time. This probably wasn't the first time because he was 30 years old. I love you too, Light Feather. It's okay. Everything happens for a reason. Everything I've been through has made me the person I am today. That's the way I look at it. I try to be a good person. I'm scared for my kids getting jobs, making their way to college, going out with friends. It terrifies me. I know it. We had a case here, a lawyer's son. He was killed. He was like 17 years old, and a boy, his friend, killed him over a girl. Yeah, it happened like back in the late 80s. It's just crazy. Then we had a man that had his mom and stepdad buried in the backyard. They weren't from here, so nobody missed that couple for a while. It's crazy. Is Karen in here? Hey, Karen. How you been, Karen? Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you. I just love you guys. I'll turn my camera on a minute. I do got my makeup on. Look, guys. My face is well. This camera, it shows you opposite. It's so freaking weird. My face is still puffed up from that freaking dental surgery. Oh, I got my hair up in a clip, y'all. Still swelled up from his freaking dental surgery. I think my face is going to be permanently disfigured like this. And it's freaking me out. Like when you touch your face on this camera, you think you're touching the right side of it that you want to, and it's actually the opposite. It's so freaking weird. It gets me so freaking bum puzzled. Oh, check out my shirt, y'all. No goats, no glory. Oh my goodness. Kids are so much aware about the dangers today with social media. Yes, I talk to my son about it all the time. I'm like, you can meet someone online and they can tell you that they're a kid, and it can really be a freaking adult. Now, Timothy games and he talks to people when he games, but it's his friends that he knows. He does game with one older person, but I know who they are. But yeah, I talk to him about it all the time. I'd be like, what if some stranger online said, hey, meet me after school. I'm going to buy you a game. I'm going to give you a game system. And he was like, Mom, I wouldn't do it. I would know it'd be a trick. I was like, well, I'm just testing you. I talk to him about things like that because there's, little boys get molested too, not just little girls. I think you just need time to heal, CC. You have tried ice to help with. I quit doing that. Do y'all know what? This mic's killing me. I think it's because I've been smoking. I've smoked like a freaking freight train since I had my dental surgery. People don't know how I didn't get dry socket. I can't help it, guys. I've been really stressed out. I've had a lot going on. And I've been smoking a lot, and I can't really afford it. I mean, I go through a pack a day. Used to, I make a pack last me about a day and a half, 2 days, I hate being right up on this camera. It kills me. It just like shows you like, poof. I'm going to turn it off because I'm going to smoke a cigarette before I get off here. Yeah, the predators are conniving. Look, my cousin was groomed by a predator. My cousin on my dad's side, my first cousin, my dad's sister's son. When he was about 10 years old, his mom worked at the bar for my dad. She worked all the time at night. When he was about 10 years old, this man that owned this rundown freaking weirdo motel where you could rent out rooms by the month or whatever, a bunch of druggies lived there. Anyways, he started coming. Somehow he became friends with my aunt, but he started coming and picking up my cousin. My mom said, that is weird. He started buying him bicycles. This went on for years. That guy, I'll just say his name's Ronnie. He pulled up with my cousin at our house one day, wanted my older brother to go. My mom cussed Ronnie all to hell. People in the community hated this man so much because they knew what was going on. They knew what was going on. Someone put his obituary in our county newspaper. The man was not dead. I don't even think he's dead now. But he groomed my cousin for years. I mean, up until he's 16 years old, my cousin's still hanging out with him, spending the night. And my cousin shared with me a while back what all went on. But I'm just going to say, he groomed him. It was the most sickening thing, and it was all my aunt's fault. It's the way I look at it. I don't have nothing to do with my dad's family. It was so sick. I never would have allowed it either. It's sick. When it first started happening, my mom said, he's doing something to him. Why would she allow him to do that? Messed him up in the head, I can tell you that. People are sick. Well, yesterday, guys, for y'all that didn't watch my stream I did yesterday evening, I've been cleaning everything in my living room. I mean, like, really cleaning, like, dust, getting the dust off everything behind the furniture, the walls, everything. Getting ready to put up my Christmas tree. And I'm still not done. See, my house is clean, but I'm unorganized, and Mark's got too much crap. So I'm trying to get organized, so it's all neat and tidy. Yeah, I don't want to trigger anyone. Well, anyone that comes in here probably get triggered the way we talk, but, we talk about the hard things here. Let's see what Sonia said. My birth giver groomed me and purposely left me with a pedophile, very abusive parent. Twisted. Oh, Sonia, I'm so sorry to hear that. Prayers. Uh-oh, guys, I hear all the dogs coming through here. I'm going to have to get off here. Lady, calm down. He can come in here. Lady gets mad when any other dogs get around me, guys. She's the biggest bully. Ladybug should have went on Diane's panel last night. She had a panel about mean girls. Because Ladybug is a mean girl. I was supposed to go at my mom's boyfriend's dog because he passed away, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it, guys. Because Ladybug, I'm afraid Lady will jump on her. She don't like anyone around me. Any dogs. She don't really like humans around me too much. Just to be honest. Sonia, I'm a lot older now, completely no contact, but people don't believe how abusive some parents are. Mothers can be some evil. Yes, I've heard of stories of mothers sexually abusing their daughters and sons. Yes. Oh, Sonia, we're here for you. You're probably like me, though. Everything you went through has made you stronger and made you a good person. Made you the person you are today. And you seem like a lovely, lovely lady. I love y'all. Let me turn on my camera. I'm going to tell you bye. Okay. So, guys, I'm going to get off here because I heard Smokey come through here. And I will see you channel members tonight, 8:30 p.m. We're just going to chill and talk. If I get out to get some Christmas balls to decorate, I'll turn on the camera and let y'all watch me do that. If not, we'll plan to do it like next week or something. Anyways, I love y'all. Let me get a heart. Thanks for your support. Thanks for listening to me. And I'm going to do a channel member shout out video. I've just not got around to it. I've just had so much going on with deaths in the family, dogs sick, dental dental crap going on, you know. Oh, yeah, I won't see y'all tomorrow morning, but I will see y'all Friday. Anyway, be kind, or be safe, be kind, and peace. Peace. I love y'all. I'll try to do a live stream if I get back tomorrow and I'm not feeling bad. I don't know if it's going to hurt to take out stitches or not. But I'm definitely going to see what's up with my face, because it's pretty swollen right there. And I don't really like coming on camera with my face swelled up like that, because you know how mean people are. But I can't help it. Anyways, love y'all. Peace. Sorry for rambling.